there's Wisconsin Wine Guy, and I thought I'd do something different for you this Wine Wednesday. For those who are new, I'm your Wisconsin Wine Guy, and I do a review of wines that I like to call everyday drinking wines. These are wines you can find wherever you shop, liquor store, grocery store, and some wine shop shelves. I give my review utilizing my infamous thumb rating system. Very simple, very scientific. Thumbs up. You know, I recommend the wine. It's a good value, good quality wine. 3/4. I will serve it to my guests. If I'm throwing a party on a budget, this would be a good wine for that. Great for everyday drinking as well. Halfway didn't work for my palate, but I'll tell you why. Doesn't make it a bad wine. You taste it. Let me and the rest of us know what you think. Thumbs down, always a good one. Every now and then there's the double thumbs up. So now, here's a special treat. So I've been asked the question, how did you come up with this concept of Wisconsin Wine Guy doing these wine reviews? Well, I believe the year was 2013. I had this idea, and the title was called Sips, Tips, and Tastes. And that was when I was under the moniker Vino Discoveries. All right, that was what I was before, Vino Discoveries. In fact, Vino Discoveries was and is my business name that I did private events under. Okay, so Vino Discoveries, and the name of the series is going to be Sips, Tips, and Snacks. So I went through my video archives and I found a few of those videos. So I'm going to give you a look back into the past of how the evolution, or how it all began with me doing wine reviews and wine food pairings. So enjoy. I'll see you after the video. Hello, welcome to Sips, Tips, and Snacks. I'm your host, Lars Shelby, aka Shell, and I'm going to take you on a journey through wine and simple snacks. And I'm going to offer you up some tips that have helped enhance my wine experience or wine enjoyment over the years. So follow me. Today's sip is coming to you from Argentina. The wine is Finca Las Moras, Mora Negra. It's a blend of Malbec and maybe a grape you may not have heard of, Bonarda. It is aged 15 months in both French and American oak, and another 5 to 6 months in the bottle before release. The vintage here is in 2006, and I'm going to taste it for you. Look at the color of that. Oh, that's a beautiful color. Beautiful color on that wine. Nice, deep, dark purple for 2006. Beautiful. A nice little swirl. The smell. Oh, deep, plummy berries, like brambly fruit. Now, the first sip doesn't count. That is your palate rinse, but I can already feel the mouth-watering effect of this wine in 2006, very vibrant. Now for the taste. Nice and plummy, subtle hints of smoke from the barrel aging. Wow, my mouth is still watering. It's going to make a fantastic wine for food, or even just casual drinking. The fruit is still nice and dense, even though it's 2006. Price range you can find this wine will be between $11 and $14. It's a steal if you can find it at 10. Enjoy. Here's your tip. So what do you do when you're opening up your bottle of wine and the cork breaks on you? As you can see what happened here. So I have a little bit of the cork in there. It looks like I only have maybe 1 inch of the cork, and you can see here that I still have enough cork surface that I can get the cork out. So I recommend, so you don't push the cork in and get any cork residue in your wine, tilt the wine to the side, bring your cork in at an angle. Okay, now don't push it in, bring it in as an angle just to get it nice and screwed in, nice and easy. Straighten up the bottle once you get it in, so that your cork doesn't touch the wine. Alright? And then release the cork. There's your tip for the day. So you don't have to worry about pushing that cork into your wine. Alright, since we're going to Argentina, and many times I like to enjoy wine alone while sitting down watching a movie or listening to some music. So I thought, I had something laying around here. I have some almonds, just simple, lightly salted almonds, toasted, slightly salted almonds. I have in the middle here, I have some chicken on the skewers, like little bits of chicken tenders, the chicken tenders that you can purchase. So I cut up some of those and have those on the skewers, and I have a nice spicy tomato sauce that it's sitting on. And then I have this good old standby cheddar cheese. And this is probably like a 5-year aged cheddar, locally made here in Wisconsin. I can still taste this wine. So what I want to do, I want to refresh my palate with the wine and then try it with the snack. Oh, well, you pick up, nice hints of mint also. The wine just ever changing, like the mouth-watering effect. So I'm going to start with the cheddar. So it's almost like having your own wine tasting. Definitely a good choice. Now for the chicken. One doesn't overpower the other. Get a nice bit of smokiness from the smoked paprika. Oh, wow. So far so good. Now for the last thing, the toasted and lightly salted almonds. Perfect. Brings out the mineral characteristics and kind of balances it off and brings out more of the fruit. So as you can see, a wine tasting by yourself or simple snacks with your friends doesn't have to be laborious. Just simply enjoy, have fun, and I'll see you next time when I share some of my wine experiences with you. Sips, tips, and snacks. Salud. Here's Wisconsin Wine Guy, and I am back with you. Did you enjoy that video? I enjoyed sharing it with you, just as I enjoyed going back in time and seeing where it all began. And although I liked what I was doing with that concept, but it didn't have the same energy as Wisconsin Wine Guy in my everyday wine reviews. So a complete different energy, and I managed to still incorporate under Wisconsin Wine Guy doing wine and food pairings, which you've all been able to enjoy. So again, I may have one more that I'm going to spring, or you can give you a blast of the past. But it's your Wisconsin Wine Guy saying, as always, let your palate be the guide who's selecting your wine. And I'm going to eat one of my favorite snacks here. Simply Sicilian olive oil and balsamic vinegar. Enjoy me a glass of wine. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for supporting me. Thanks for tasting wine with me. Ciao!